Let me ask you a cool question, and I want you to be honest with me. How many times have you caught yourself thinking about them today? You wake up, they're on your mind. You go to sleep, they're on your mind. You even have dreams about them. You're tired of it, but you don't know how to make it stop. And I get it. Breaking that cycle seems virtually impossible. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to take your power back. Obsessive thoughts after a breakup are completely normal, but the thing is, they can keep you stuck. And the longer that you allow it to take space in your mind, the harder it will be to remove it and the harder it feels to move on. Hi, I'm Samantha, and this is Exit Wounds, where we focus on healing ourselves together, no matter how deep the wound is. So first, let's get real about why is it that this happened. Your brain is addicted to them. Love, attachment, routine, all of these things create a mental loop that does not just disappear overnight. It's like when a song is stuck on repeat and it goes in a loop. The more you listen, the more it stays stuck in your head. We've all been there where we are in love with a song, and so we just play it and play it and play it and play it and play it. And next thing we know, we are randomly doing something and the song pops up in our head, right? And it's the same thing with these relationships. You know, you spend enough time with a person and they become part of your day-to-day, your habits. You think about them all the time. You love them, right? I get it. But we have to be very intentional on how we decide to release them. So I have 5 actionable steps for you today so that you can, and I laugh because in every video, I'm always coming with the steps, right? You can count on me to have the steps on how we're going to get this thing resolved. So today I have 5 steps on how we're going to get that person out of your mind. Step 1, we're going to interrupt the thought pattern. Every time you catch yourself thinking about that person, we are going to interrupt it. We're going to replace that thought with something else, specifically something else that is connected to us, right? I'm so pretty. What am I gonna do tomorrow? What exercise am I gonna do in the gym today? Those type of thoughts are what we're gonna use to replace those stinky thoughts about our ex. Also, when you're having these thoughts, get up, move, call a friend, distract yourself, right? We're not gonna distract ourselves in a way that is unhelpful or hurtful to us. We're just gonna do something that shifts our focus immediately. Just remember, your brain is gonna need new habits to replace the old ones. That's all it is. When you're having these obsessive thoughts, it's not because you're meant to be with that person. It's not because you love them so much. It's not any of those things. It's just that our brains thrive on schedule and routine. And for the longest time, this person was a part of your routine. And so your brain is going to bring you back to that. We have to create new routines. Step 2, we're removing any triggers that keep us stuck. If you're constantly seeing their pictures on social media, if you're constantly rereading old messages between them, what you're doing is you're feeding that obsession. We're going to unfollow, we're going to mute, we're going to delete. If it takes deleting the whole thread, if it takes going through your photo albums and deleting every single picture that you have with that person, this is what we're going to do. Whatever it takes to create that distance between them. The less access you have to reminders of this person, the easier it will be to detach. Step 3, and this is a big one. We're going to stop romanticizing the past. So let's be real. When you're thinking about them and you're replaying the thoughts in your head, you're only replaying the good memories of them, right? Suddenly, just like when someone dies, all you think about is the good they did. It doesn't matter if you were arguing with them up until the day that they left. All your brain is going to do is replay the happy moments. But honestly, if they were really that perfect, you wouldn't be here where you are right now trying to rid yourself of them. Whenever your mind tries to rewrite history, I'm going to need you to remind yourself. That means taking note of all of the horrible things they did. If that means reminding yourself of how they left you high and dry, if that means reminding yourself of just the worst possible attributes of that person, that's what I need you to do, because we're going to keep it real. Step 4, we are going to replace the habit with something meaningful. So thinking about them now has become a habit. And so we're going to have to replace that habit with something better. You're going to pour that energy into something that actually benefits you. Your goals, your fitness, your self-care, your environment. Shift from obsessing over them to obsessing over yourself. You can never go wrong with obsessing over yourself. And step 5, you're going to give yourself time, but I need you to stop feeding the pain. Healing does not happen overnight, but you do have direct control over how this affects you. Feel what you need to feel, but don't let it consume you, and don't stay stuck there. At some point, you're going to have to make a choice to let go. Here's what I need you to remember. You don't move on by accident. This is a choice, and this is intention. I also want you to remember that you do deserve peace, but it is something that you're going to have to fight for. And the more that you break the habit, the less space that they take up in your mind. And today, if you're done letting them live rent-free in your head, I want you to drop stop sign emoji in the comments. And if you have gained any value from this series, this video, anything that I have said, you can let me know by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all the things. It will definitely help my channel. It'll help to be spread out to more people like you and me who need help navigating the pain that comes with heartbreak. And just know that I appreciate you for being here. I love you. Mwah. Tune in for our next juicy video where we talk about how to make them regret losing you the right way.